Okay. Enough with the marching. Don't start marching on us. Don't start going into any war or anything anymore. Oh, actually, we do want to say, all joking aside, our respects and our best to all of the military that are celebrating this weekend abroad, that are serving also domestically. Just try to get things done and get home to your family and friends. We are looking forward to having you by our sides for Memorial Day weekend for fun and barbecues and whatever else that we can go on. Memorial Day is not about barbecues, it's about respecting, of course, the people that have fought for our freedoms and given their lives for such. So again, our respects and our best go out to the veterans and surviving members of family that have to, of course, facilitate any of the horrors and atrocities of war. Anyway, let's get back to the Memorial Day weekend, the big fun weekend. Let's try to keep it fun, shall we? It's a gaming site after all. Let's not get things too heavy and harsh. It's total. We're doing Total War for the past 3 days. So if I think of Total War Warhammer, forgive me off the bat. We do know that it's Total War, totally Memorial Day weekend, and we've got a huge gaming list today. If you're just checking in, this is what we've got going on for the, I guess, today and tomorrow. I was running out. I couldn't get in yesterday to start this off, so we're going to be doing it. We're going to be doing it late. Is what we're going to be doing. But let's give you the list for the day. We've got Verdun. We're going with starting off on that one. We're going to go with, if we can, 12 to start for today. But we've got plenty more than that for the next couple of days to keep us going for Memorial Day weekend. So, like I said, we got Verdun. We're going to be starting off with. Then we're going to go to Call of Duty. Oh, we're going to be going to World of Warships. Our schedule's a little off because we want to use our fast track system, and we'll go over that in just a second. World of Warships. Then we're going to go to Silent Hunter, Wolves of the Pacific. We're going to go to World of Tanks. Hopefully you can join us with that. And multiplayer is also Call of Duty World at War. That's also multiplayer co-op. Try and join us for that. We're going to try to get in and out of these things really fast today. Battle Station Specific also, single player and multiplayer for that one. Battle Station Specific, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and all the other ones that are attached to it and such. That would be Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2. We'll be giving away stuff for that one. We've got Call of Duty Black Ops, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. We're also running that as well. Join us for multiplayer fun. Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, bringing it all the way back up to multiplayer, and we've even got more going past that, believe it or not. We've got Medal of Honor Pacific Assault, we've got War Thunder, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Arma 3, and I bet you everyone is looking forward to seeing the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which we'll be going with as well when we start the Call of Duty series again. All right, so let's get started with Verdun here. And if there's any problems with the broadcast audio or video, please let us know if things are too loud or not loud enough. We can adjust that on the fly. Once we start, we won't be able to type in the moderating boards, but we will definitely be watching for what you're typing. And again, everybody have a great weekend here, what's left of it for Memorial Day. Let's get started with Verdun. And again, thanks for tuning in today. We've got a great listing of games coming at you all day, all night, all ways. Let's get the game added in. And again, we're going to be doing with some fast track there, which means you won't be having to use the F5 refresh button to advance anymore, or wait and refresh. We should be able to give you the games right off the bat. Again, if gameplay's a little louder than my mic, let me know. I'll try to readjust the sounds accordingly. Again, welcome everybody, and again, thank you for your service to all our military service personnel. All right, if you want to join us, we're going to be doing some co-op and we're going to be doing some multiplayer on Verdun today. So it should be a pretty fun afternoon, at least here in the Pacific side of things, PST time. All right, so we can find a match. And you can see our name here is Gaming HQ TV on PC Steam. Also on Xbox One is the same. On PS4, if you're looking for us, it's the same as our Twitch handle, which is Gaming_HQ TV. And again, we've got a huge list of games for you to go through today. Tons of gaming coming at you all day long. We're going to be doing it in an out of order of the listing that we have on our GamingHQ.tv site. So just bear with us for that as we get that all set up for you. And like I said, we're getting ready to launch. Verdun. If you want to get in and get involved with us today, feel free to do so. We'd be more than happy to fit you in anywhere that we are running our games. All right. Again, if we're dealing with dropped frames, just bear with it, get right through it, and we'll get on with the gameplay here in just a second. Okay, let's go with finding a match. You can see we've got a pretty decent day of games going. Bear with our signal, it's coming in and out. It's going to be pretty busy for, I'm sure, the internet, so we'll have somewhat of a delayed signal, but bear with it. We'll get you covered for the game today. Yep, we're showing some more dropped frames on our side. Just bear with it. We'll work it out. Alright, let's try. Looks like we got plenty of people in co-op. Let's try a quick co-op game so we can get the hang of this and hopefully build up our level. You can see here in the game that we're playing World War I. Let's just go to a quick soundbite of what it would have been like in World War I in the trenches, just to give you an idea as we get started in the game here. We want to try to do both. Give you a little bit of live action warfare as well as the pretend stuff. Here, check this out.
Battle of the Somme, one of the bloodiest battle operations recorded in history, with over 1.5 million casualties, all between 12 miles of no man's land. This is what happened between three privates.
Bloody wet out there. Half of the trench is spinning out with water. Just been down patrol on the front. We've got a crowd snipers somewhere in no man's land blowing off a few heads.
What's our problem? Come and sit down, have a box of coffee.
Thank you, cheers.
Big day tomorrow. Are you ready for it?
I suppose we should be alright. But you know, things keep going through me head.
Right?
Just people back home, like me mum or me dad. Just family, I suppose.
I'm sure you'll be fine, Edwards. Don't worry about it. We'll see your family again soon. When did you get positioned here?
About 2 weeks ago, I joined the army because the country needs me.
How old are you?
18, sir.
You look very young, Edwards. The reason I ask is that a lot of men under the age of 18 joining the army, and it's not a place for kids, if you know what I mean.
I just want to serve my country, sir.
Well, let's hope you've made the right decision. Anyway, me and you are on lookout in 2 hours, so we better get some sleep.
During nightfall, small parties were dispatched to go out and spy on their enemy, and to repair broken barbed wire fences.
Quiet.
What's that sound?
Krauts, hand me the binoculars. Look, they're repairing the shell damage in the wire.
What the?
Don't worry. He's one of ours. He's blown off a few Krauts' heads. Nice shot, John. That will keep them from repairing their wire.
Thank you, Williams. It's what I do best. Well, if we want to clear the field for storming their trenches tomorrow, we've got to keep them from repairing their defences.
I was told getting over there is like a walk in the park.
Who told you that?
It's what they told me when I joined up.
Well, let me tell you this. It's not going to be like a walk in the park. It's more.
Easy on John. Can't you see you're scaring him?
Well, can you blame me? We need men in this war, not kids.
306 British and Commonwealth soldiers were executed for crimes such as desertion and cowardice. Most of the 306 were suffering from shell shock and could not face being on the front line any longer.
Come on, chaps, it's time. We're going over.
What the hell's going on?
Fixed bayonets! Stand by! We are going to take the enemy position!
Right, this is it. We're going to walk, not run.
Any man who runs will be shot for cowardice. All you have to do is storm the opposing enemy and kill as many of the Krauts as you possibly can. Right, charge!
I can't do it. I'm not going over there. I can't leave. I just can't.
Come on, Edwards. We have to go.
No, I'm not going over there. I don't want to die. I want to see me mum.
Go, boys, go! That's it!
I'm not going. I don't want to die.
All right, we'll listen in a little bit more with them later on. Right now, let's turn some sound volume down here. Turn some other volume down as well. Again, if the sound of the game or the mic aren't cohesive or not, again, in sync, I guess it would be, let us know. Let's just try to see if we can get the controller working here. Give me another quick second here. We're on the front at World War I. We're going to be doing World War games all today and tomorrow for Memorial Day weekend. Bear with us. Sorry I didn't get to start yesterday. I don't have the option to go with... Oh, use our mouse.
Les détenteurs seront fusillés!
I think those are our guys. We're defending our trenches. They're coming in. Let's keep it loaded. Ah!
Pas en arrière!
No! They took our trench. Can you hear me out there? Sorry, we're broadcasting live, Stephen. We got Stephen Fraser with us live on today, Squad 24. We're starting off in the front of World War I, and we'll be going through all the wars today and tomorrow. Come Stephen now. Put on our gas masks just in case we get gassed out. Let us know if it's a little bit laggy. We can kill one of our broadcasts to increase the strength of one. Again, we broadcast on the most places with the fewest amount of people out there possible. We are GamingHQ.tv. Tell more people so we can switch that around. We want to be the one that broadcasts to the most people on the most mediums. We broadcast on Hitbox, Twitch.tv, YouTube.com. Now Ustream for our concerts and other events. You can check out our new listings this weekend. Again, bear with us, people. If anyone's signing up this weekend for Memorial Day, the banks are closed. I know that we've been getting some emails about the accounts not going through. Try to the accounts. Well, we're getting hammered in here. Let's get back into this. Under our cover here for the shells. Gotta defend the waves. Can't even get to wave one. This is not an easy game. We were killed. It's like many people were killed in the Battle of World War I.
On reviendra!
We've got Stephen with us today for multiplayer action. If you'd like to join us, we've got some slots available. We are on our Gaming HQ TV on Steam account. So if we're on PC, you can find us on Steam. Stephen, can you hear us? Let's see if we've got... Rear is not too good because we're just starting out. We're just getting things going here. We've got the after action report. We're doing multiplayer. I don't know if we're going to stay in this one. We'll jump into another one. Also, we'll do some deathmatch. We're going to do some battles of attrition and frontline. We've got a lot of different wars to go through today. We've got Verdun, which is what we're starting with, World War I, 1914 to 1918. We're going to be going to World of Warships. Then we're going to Silent Hunter, Wolves of the Pacific. We have also World at War Call of Duty going on today. All multiplayer action. Come and join in the fun if you're around. Otherwise, enjoy your barbecue and get outside. A little cloudy here in LA. Otherwise, we'd be at the beach. Couldn't make it in yesterday, so we're going to try to make up as much as we can today and tomorrow for Memorial Day weekend. Happy Memorial Day weekend, everyone. Happy Memorial Day weekend. We got Skeletor in on this one.
Défendez cette position!
Trying to figure out how to do the
Le devoir
bayonet.
nous appelle.
Let's see here. Alright, now we've got 4-player co-op action going. It's going the wrong way. I think. Here's one of our guys, Skeletor. You could be one of the guys in here as well. Follow our NCO. Maybe he knows something we don't. This is what it's like behind the lines of World War I, peeps.
Les Boches attaquent!
All trench warfare. Not sure which way they're going to be coming in from, but let's try to get out with the group. Barbed wire is for real around here. I don't know if these are our guys. Oh, these are. Okay, I guess we're French. That was a bad one. Let's watch the skeletons. He's got the pistol out. Again, broadcasting to no one right now. Hopefully, more people will be getting in. If it keeps up, we might end up having to go out.
Tous, attaquez! Restez position, Alan! Gib mir den Gürtel, das Laden! Ah!
Skeletor knows what he's doing here. Just doesn't have any support, unfortunately. Using the corners. Using protection.
En arrière.
Let's stay together now. Okay, this is the area where you're defending. Get gas masks. I don't know if we have a pistol.
Les Boches attaquent!
Let's see which way they're coming from. The artillery, again, we're shell shocked by. how to use this bayonet. Give me a second here.
On leur fera payer ça.
Oh, I needed to see what those controls were. Come on, let's get back to it. Huge day of gaming going on today. If you're just tuning in, thanks for watching. And if you're just watching, thanks for tuning in. Getting some kills here and there, moving through the different trenches of World War I. I'm going to move kind of quick today. We've got a lot of games to play and get through. If anything, we'll go back and cycle back through the games that you like if there's anything specific you'd rather watch.
Défendez cette position. Arrêt pour le combat.
Let's get back to it here. Die. Like we've been dying. Figure out how to use that. Maybe that's Here we go. This chat's E-Lay. Got it.
Gib mir Deckung, ich muss nachladen! Ja!
I told you to get that bayonet down. That's important. Try to cover him, cover me. South. Trench warfare at its finest.
Je recharge.
Oh, we got the commander. Damn it. Damn it. Load the gun already. Hide in the bunker here. Just had to figure out the melee, Steven. Now we got it going. playing. We'll do better next time. It's our first time playing. We'll do better next time.
Rien à en arrière. Défendez cette position.
Alright, bring you back in. We're in on the action again. Players holding the trenches here. Live. This is the Battle of Verdun 19.
À terre.
Lost. That's to have shell shock because it was so bad. It's calling our room support.
Tenez ferme, les gars.
Figure out how to use these.
Artillerie. À couvert. Un pas en arrière.
Oh no! Battlefield World War I coming up. We'll be broadcasting that live at E3. If there's any questions you want us to get in and ask the developer for you, remember
Arrête. Bloquez-vous.
at GameNation.tv. Kate Nolan with us now. How's everybody doing today? We're going to broadcast this game, so smile. Oh, they got us.
Ils ne passeront pas.
Now we're going to battle. We're sitting here, we're broadcasting.
En charge. Où allez-vous, soldats? La bataille, c'est de ce côté.
Stay together. More damage. Hell.
Préparez-vous à les recevoir.
No!
La guerre n'est pas finie. On reviendra.
There's a long way to go to get to the higher levels. We're going to get there. We just need to get better gear, and we get better gear by moving up the score. Keep doing it. Not only many games out there that show the World War I feature out there, like Verdun, but it looks like this is going to be a good gameplay. Playing through the battle here, we've got a little bit of time. Trying to bring you the fun. Again, a lot of people out at the pools, a lot of people swimming, a lot of people at the beaches. We just want to make sure we do our part for Memorial Day in honoring all the veterans out there and their families.
Il est temps de se salir les mains! Défendez cette position!
Defend this position. Not really too much. This guy needs a pistol bad. We've got Little King, John here. Frazier. Not sure which way they're going to come in, but let's get up on the parts here so we can see what's coming.
Dépêche, attaque!
This way or this way? Which way are they coming in from? They come. Oh, what just happened? So rapid. No. I'm hitting the B key to use it. I'm gonna change out some of these key configurations, but I just want to play for now. Single loading is killing us. Button!
Défendez cette position!
Right, we got artillery now we can use. This is going to get really interesting. Again, if you're just joining us, have a great Memorial Day weekend. We've got nothing but games lined up today and tomorrow. I'm going to try to go as long as my voice will let me. I couldn't make it in yesterday, so we're going to try to catch up. We've got a huge list of games. You can check out the schedule today at gaminghq.tv. And again, if anyone is signing up this weekend, bear with us. We has had a report in from the bank that something, I guess, is going on. So just keep trying to sign in. We'll get everything authorized by Monday or Tuesday. If anything gets expired, like I said, we'll let you know if we're getting double billed on anything. But again, and always, thank you for signing up for membership. Subscribe, more followers. Oh, artillery! Yeah, we'll probably get into artillery strikes on this one. automatic rifles, except for that commander's gun that they would use, or the machine gun at the time.
Préparez-vous à le recevoir!
How's everyone doing today? Can you hear me? Following little King John now. We're going to defend this position with our lives. Here they come. Artillery, gotta get into cover. Here we go. Shell shock. Heavy artillery barrage. Stay under cover until it eases up a little bit. Here we go. In the trenches. Sucker. Cover his right and left flanks. They just disappear. I don't know if it's alive. No more bullets. Am I the only one left? Not sure who's left, but we're going to defend this till our death. There's got to be someone left. Holding the line. We're holding the line. Hold this line. It's ticking away. It's ticking away. this is still coming through. I guess I'm going to have to go track this guy down in the trenches then. They're losing the second line. What's going on down here? Oh shit, someone's still alive. Didn't even see him. I didn't know there was that last guy. I couldn't find him. Let's reload and get ready for our next battle here. Hey Gaming Sub, what's up? Happy Memorial Day. Going really good. Was off yesterday, unintentionally, but we're going to be broadcasting a huge World War II listing today if you want to jump in on any of the multiplayer. And we're going to try to set that UFC with you. We've got Gaming Sub HD now. Check out some of his videos. It's some great stuff on his site as well on YouTube. It's Gaming Sub _HD. And we're going to try to get up some UFC set up as well. We've got sports galore going on this week. I know we've got a full list. We've got, and you can find it now on the new sports link. FIFA, we've got MLS, we've got New York City versus Orlando, we've got MMA. We want to try to do that UFC fight 88 Sunday, Mandalay Bay. That's tonight in Vegas. Maybe we can try and get that in there as a copycat. That was the other guy. Bad. Here they come. Let's get to that turning point. Hate that when I alt tab and I get killed. Gotta run the screens. The idea of read off what's going on today. We've got such goodness. We can follow some of the other players. Memorial Day weekend, all weekend long. We get the new fast forward where you don't even have to hit the F5 to refresh from game to game. But check this list out. We've got Silent Hunter, Wolves of the Pacific, we've got all the Battlefield series, we've got all the Call of Duties, all the games on all the consoles. World of Warcraft, World of Tanks, World of Thunder, Battle Stations, Midway Pacific, IL Booster, Sniper Elite 3, Ops the Line. We've got tons on the list. I don't know if we're going to try to get in, but we're going to do everything. We've also got Sports San Jose versus Pittsburgh on the NHL. We've got Golden State versus Oklahoma City on NBA. Like I said, Cleveland versus Toronto also on NBA. MLS. It's going to be MLS now if the Premier League's gone, but that doesn't mean that FIFA's done. New York City, and like I said, we've got Gaming Sub HD on YouTube. Try to get to try to set up Thomas Almadida versus Cody Garbrandt. That's again the bantamweight fight that's going on tonight in Mandalay Bay. It's UFC Fight Night 88. I believe I'm right on that one. Wrong. Usually am. Medal of Honor. We've got the Pacific Assault. Again, Call of Duty, all the Black Ops. We're today. Edition, Arma, Cold War, Salt, Company of Heroes. We're going to try to get a copy of that away. We're not playing it. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare for PS3. We got a copy of that to give away too. So we got some stuff to give away. We'll try to figure out some other stuff as well. I think after that way it's pretty.
Où allez-vous, soldats? La bataille, c'est de ce côté!
Don't shoot us.
Tenez ferme, les gars!
French. Game over playing the other day. Oh yeah, Assassin's Creed Unity. We're going to be giving something away on that as well. We're going to check that out this week. Emblem, we're going to embed another game this week. The embedded game in this broadcast is going to be for the Assassin's Creed Syndicate PS4 copy. If you have been following our Assassin's Fridays, we have finished a few of the storylines on the game, you can tell us which storyline games that we finished on the Assassin's Creed storyline series. And the day we finished it, we could win a phone. And I said that you gotta be in the message, of course, so that we can send it to you. We can't send it to you overseas right now. We're working on that. What's with the butt? Fight on the went out to meet war head on and failed. Again, I can't type on the YouTube side of things, but I can't read what you're typing across. And again, thanks Gaming PhD. Happy Memorial Day. Did I say underscore? No, it's not. There's no underscore in his name. It's just sub HD. There's one of ours for Twitch. But other than that, let's watch the battle antics of King Shot 61. And again, if you're signing up for memberships this weekend, just bear with it. I know we've had some issues with our new Square payment system, but we've got some good stuff still coming to members for the next coming months. We've got the summer, first and good thing coming up. Summer concert coming up. That's going to be on our Ustream link. You can find all of our button links on our main site, which is now globalgamingheadquarters.com, or it should be your Global Gaming Headquarters. You can also find all of our broadcasting and listings on GamingHD.tv.
Où allez-vous, soldats?
Anything, you can find
La bataille, c'est
yourself
de
on
ce
the
côté!
GamePron page. We actually have GamePron. And again, I know we're going to be going over to a whole new WordPress site sometime this summer, so bear with us as we adjust and get things rolling.
Dépêche, attaque!
Doing that thing. Takes us out to the main window. And again. Let's get got somebody. I like this strategy.
Lancez des frères!
Je recharge!
Défendez cette position!
Panzer artillery.
À l'attaque!
Again, we're going on all day. You can join us. We're now multiplayer Verdun. PST. We're going to be doing all kinds of jumping around PC, PS3, PS4, 360. So much more today. I'm going to reload just in case we need it.
Dépêche, attaque! Les déserteurs seront fusillés!
gas masks. Isn't that crazy? Sound like Darth Vader. If you're not getting those, please email us back. Followers and subscribers on Twitch, again for signing up for all marks for everybody. I really appreciate that. We're just away at that. Noting that, hopefully sometime this week. That was all the Twitch. We're going to go over the 100th mark on Twitch. Hopefully give each of the stations Twitch, YouTube, and our... Yeah, tell people we've got the least amount of people on the most amount of broadcasting stations. Awesome. I don't know how we do it, but we do it. Let's switch it around. Let's try to get the most people on the most. Help out. We'll set up a good website too. Melee! It's got the melee down. I gotta get that. Right, I think we're about to fast flash over to our next game, so bear with us. We don't have to do anything. We're going to do everything behind the scenes now. We'll go for one more round. Let's see if we can go into some other... seconds till we're broadcasting on the next game, and it will be Verdun. We're going to do one more round, and then I'm going to switch it over to some more goodness. A lot of good games coming out today. Nothing but war. We celebrate all of the military personnel that's stationed here and abroad. Again, thank you for your service, keeping our country free, and we appreciate your efforts in doing so. And again, if you've got any of the games that we're broadcasting today, we're going to try to do everything in multiplayer, so join along with us. We're in multiplayer right now with Verdun on PC Steam. We'll be doing a couple PC games, a couple 360 games, PS4, PS3, and Xbox One if we get lucky. Check with us and find out which console we're broadcasting through and to on the Cube. Oh, man. Someone's got to come up with a better slogan for us. Let's see, squad setup, we can take something different. It's the bell.
Défendez cette position.
Oh, no, I didn't write that.
Il est temps de se salir les mains.
I think I'm solo on this one. At its finest. I hope people are looking forward to World War I on Battlefield. That's coming soon. We're going to be trying to broadcast that on E3. Check that out. Damage on the barbed wire. You can actually get hurt on that. Not used to that.
Les Boches attaquent!
There we go. We're going to get this on a lot. last past 2 shots. Painful.
Où allez-vous, soldats? La bataille, c'est de ce côté.
We need you here with us. I don't know what happened. We had 3 people on. It's not our fault. We're level 3. We're working on it. We're working on it. But we are also working on our first hour here, so if we don't get anyone on the multiplayer side, we're going to switch over to a game that does have it. And it's going to be massive multiplayer next after we're going to warships, so don't go anywhere. And if you are have to go somewhere, just go get a burger and come back. We're not going anywhere either. Unless we're going to get a burger. You know what I'm talking about. Burger or dog off the queue. It could be a veggie burger or a vegan dog. I don't know what people are eating these days. So all I know is we've survived. And now we're surviving the battles of war. Again, I'm sorry I can't type back to anybody today. We are broadcasting on PC, so it's
Dépêchez-vous!
play broadcasting and talk about the events that are going on. That was so crazy. We were invited to a gaming club downtown. There's 2 clubs that actually you should check out over here in LA, but make sure you do it in the daylight hours. The second one will be kind of fun also. The first one is Nexus, which is downtown on 4th Street in Los Angeles. The other one is BLITSY, which is in BLITSY or Nexus in the X-West downtown Los Angeles. Check those out. They're gaming clubs. And we're going to be actually launching our new WordPress site under gaminghq.la and listing some of the sites for Los Angeles, as well as some of the other areas as we extend the reach with that extension. Oh my god!
Viens, salopard!
Just keep moving and smashing people. Oh, I got me. Oh man. One more. If we don't get anyone on this one, we'll like I said, we'll switch it over to the next game, World War. Okay. Not World War. World Warships. But we do have World War coming up today as well, so if we have that, come join us for that too. We're doing that co-op. It'll be a lot of fun. Right now we're just going through the trenches, getting ready for Battlefield 1. I hope everyone's excited for that. This is kind of hold you over, or get you to practice for it if you aren't accustomed to World War I battle. This will definitely get you acclimated fast. Should be coming this way, right? Green areas behind us. Right, you're playing solo, but let's switch it up. Try to get some people in today if we can.
Où allez-vous, soldats? La bataille, c'est de ce côté.
Shit.
Tous, attaquez!
Los. Raus. How long we're gonna mass? Take it. How long will it last? Get us in our last battle. We'll take it up to the world of warships. not enough action, switch it up. Do it now.
Dépêche, attaque!
So it's really neat campaign as far as weaponry and how you have to fight and a different strategy. It's not modern warfare. This is taking it back a few notches. Shell shock about to happen.
Tiens, salopard!
This is trench warfare.
Tiens, salopard! Tiens, salopard! Tiens, salopard! Projet déployé!
Hey, we survived one alone.
Défendez cette position!
Let's do it.
Allez, attaquez-vous!
Comes here. Get up to cover here. Whoa, I thought I was undercover. Alright, let's switch it up to something good. We're going to fast flash it over now. Another game. We're going to try to get you.
On leur fera payer ça.
So we got through level 3. We're in that for a little bit. Let's see if we can get on to the next one. Again, if we get switched off, all you have to do is hit F5 and refresh, or come back to GamingHQ.tv, or if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, like I said, just refresh it. Let's see if we can do this fast flash now really quick. I'm going to do one of these and one of those kind of things, so bear with us while we put on the joys of war in the background for you, some marching music. Who doesn't love to march? This should get you marching. March! Fire it. Alright, so you can see we're on Steam. You can find us as Gaming HQ TV on Steam. See our handle in the top right, or top left, excuse me. If you're looking at it, your left as well, so. Alright, let's see if we can get this fast flash to work for, I think it's World of Warships next. Again, bear with us while we get it set up here. We'll find out. We're using some new techniques here in broadcasting to try to make it cool. Okay, so we've got Verdun, which we're watching, and the next one should be, yep, it's World Warships. Thanks for watching Verdun. Again, don't go anywhere. We've got more gaming coming up with you here at GamingHQ.tv. We're going through the whole list of games today. We've got Verdun. We've got World of Warships, like I said, coming up next. Let's get that fired up and started. While we're doing that, we're going to try to let you know what we've got going on for the afternoon. Of course, happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. We're going to be doing nothing but war games for the next 2 days. If you want to join us, please do so. Like I said, we've got a lot of games to run. A lot of it's going to be multiplayer. We're going into massive multiplayer next, so if you have World of Warships, that's the next one we're launching for in the background, and it should be up in just a second. If you have World of Warships, again, we try to keep the continuity on our side, which is all by Gaming HQ TV or Gaming HQ, or like we have with Twitch, Gaming_HQ TV. We've got the latest client here for World of Warships, so we should be able to launch pretty quick. If we get any dropped frames, just bear with it, get through it. It should iron itself out. And like I said, we'll have a whole list of games going on. We've got Silent Hunter, Wolves of the Pacific also next. Again, fast flashing it in. Let's get the fast flash set here for World of Warships. I think we've got it going. One second. Yeah, we've got all kinds of tricks that we do sometimes, but they're good tricks. Not to trick you, but to let you know how we do. And this is how we do. Like I'm saying, we got World of Warships next. We're going on the biggest screen we can give you on each of the broadcasts for the most clarity. So bear with us as we get this set up, and here we go. Again, save us a burger or a hot dog out there. You can see our connection there. We're on the North American server. Our email for E3, if you want to email us, is assistance@gaminghq.global. If there's any games you want us to check out for you, or if there are any, let's fix the graphics on this one. Any questions you want us to ask any of your favorite developers out there, we'll be more than happy to do that for you and check it out. Let's see if we can get the graphics switched out here a little bit, bump it up to some better settings. There we go. Let's pump this thing out a little bit bigger. Let's go for the big screens. Let's go for some really good graphics. Everything looks right, looking good. Ding, ding, ding. Let's push it and see what happens. If anything, we'll be able to give you a bigger screen on the broadcasting side of things, that's all. Let's try to do that. Yep. And now we got World of Warships. Alright, there should be some new battles that we're going out into. And we're going to be getting some different Sky and Flames daily mission. Let's see what this is. Daily missions can be completed in random and ranked battles. One new mission will be added every 24 hours to replace completed missions. Get 3,500 credits for destroying 4 aircraft in one battle. I like that one. 500 free XP, causing 90,000 damage of any kind to enemy ships. I like that as well. Let's see if we can continue on that one. Alright, let's get into queue here. You can see that it is multiplayer as well, so if you've got World of Warships or if you've never seen it before, here you go. We have a lot of games to go today. You're kidding me? There's so many I can't even, like I said, it's going to go for 2 days. We were going to try to make it go over 3 days. Just in the nutshell of things, we've got all the Call of Duties we're playing, from Modern Warfare all the way up to the Black Ops series. And of course, we'll be doing Infinite War as well. I hope we don't have hot mic, but if we do, we'll readjust that in the game. We got so much stuff. This is World of Warships. We've got World of Tanks still to come, War Thunder, Battlefront, Battlefield, Call of Duty, all the staple games, and some you probably may have never seen before. So keep watching here at Gaming HQ TV. Giveaways, we've got a few going on today. We'll let you know as they come up. And like I said, we're also embedding games in our broadcast, so if you're looking for other games, you'll be able to find them as well. Well, here you go. Destroy all enemy ships or capture the bases. You can see the map configuration in the right corner there. We're going to fight with enemy destroyers and cruisers, provide artillery support, and protect allies from anti-aircraft fire. That's a severe cruiser. And I believe we have a cruiser on this roll. Getting started up on the big race for World of Warships Standard Battle. Oh, there's a lot of stuff coming up. We've got, as we mentioned, Memorial Day weekend, all the war games you can handle.
General quarters.
Alright, here's our ship. Come in with the Dresden. But we've got weather effects now, fighting up in the snow. Let's see how our fleet's gonna do. As far as movement, you're watching in the bottom right corner. Got ships coming on both sides, which are our home, so we want to get into some kind of formation. Sometimes we'll send a shell out just so we can see what the enemy's doing. It gives us an idea of what the range is like. We'll drop in right behind this other cruiser. This is like battleship for reals. Yeah, follow the fleet. One better in a hole. Got the top right corner going one way. This group's going another. Stay together with this one. This is our cannon mode. The torpedoes are already out in the water. That means something is over here. Let's see if we can find out. Let's see if we can clear the island. Let's see what's on the other side. Just saw the ship over there. Let's see if we can get a little higher arc. Oh, it was an island. But you can see how this way you can see what's going on across the island. You can get an idea.
Enemy force
Your
detected.
shells is some kind of displacement here to find out what's going on. You're saying there's an enemy over here. Let's see if we can. Again, we don't want to crowd ships. We've got to allow people to have movement. Destroyers out there getting the torpedoes in the water. Again, see, yellow means that the guns are moving to position. Green means they're ready to fire on the icon. Let's drop our speed. Follow the arcs of other people's gunfire so you can see what's coming up. Something went down in the sink over there. .8. I think it might. No, we can't reach it. Give you an idea of what is going on here. Just out of range. Destroyer coming in. Once they come into 9 range, 9 point something, that's usually when we'll start firing. Like this guy. Okay, so now we've got some action going on over here. We'll get there. We're a big ship. It takes us a little time. We're not as fast as the destroyers. We're using this island as camouflage, so hopefully when we pop around the corner here, we're going to get a little bit of a surprise on them. It's close.
Dead ahead.
Got a couple hits on that one. Here they come. Ooh! Big hit. All shells on that guy.
Torpedoes to start.
Torpedoes. He's laying down a smoke signal now, so I can't see him. Oh shit! Guy's sinking. Torps.
Torpedoes astern.
Gotta nail this guy.
Torpedoes direct front. Torpedoes dead ahead. Ship is on fire. Hull breach. We're taking on water quickly. Problem solved, sir. Torpedoes astern. Torpedoes direct front. Torpedoes dead ahead.
There you go. Slammed into the torpedo world. Let's see what we've got going on the other side of the battlefield. Hope you're enjoying our war. Nothing but war today at GameHQ.tv. Just got sunk in a world of warships battle. Just about balanced. These ships are sinking out there on the horizon. Look out, he's getting some hits, here he comes. He's got two ships up here. Work together to sink this one. Nice work. That's good. He's done. He's done. Oh, we got this guy right in front of us. Trade-off, it's 3-3, but we've got 3 heavies. Let's follow in our cruiser. That's where we sank. Let's get over to our next battle. Oh, he's got a nice ship. What is that thing? Turrets on that. It's fast. Let's get torps. Yep, he's got torps in the back. Torpedo cruiser, maybe. It's a permanent. He's using the island as blocking. And then while he's getting covered, The other guys over there are firing on him too. Just missed that move. Two. Got the long-range guns. I think they just shut that guy down. He's got a Dresden ship. Now he's getting fire. That's it. Looks like they're going to take this one 3-1. There's one left to hunt. Let's see where they can find it. This has got an Erie battleship, E-R-I-E, not E-R. Not eerie in the sense that it's creepy. It's got some damage, but his turrets are still operable. They're on the hunt for that last ship. Let's see what each one's doing. This is a fast one. This is the Merlin. Okay, we got 3 ships left. The Ermelin, the Dresden. They're all on the hunt for that last red ship. There it is. I think it's around here somewhere. Torpedo spread came from somewhere. Oh, we got a victory on it. Must have held the points long enough. Battle on with this group. We've got a Dresden, that's the one we're using. 14 destroyers, 13 cruisers, 2 battleships. We've got a little time. We're going to try to do a couple battles on each of the games so you can get a taste of war without actually getting a taste of real war. Like our military does every day. Okay, we're ready to start. Let's see what our fleet's looking like on the big census things. Middle fleet, literally right in the middle. We got 3 in the northern. Destroyer scooting around. Wow, we've already got someone right up front. line right on the water line. Get the circle out in front of them. Destroy it fast.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Torps. Switch it over to this side. Thin this guy out a little bit.
Torpedoes, dead ahead. The ship is on fire.
Problem solved, sir. Critical engine damage.
Better use turret to take them out. Prop is damaged. Fuck. This thing is so tough to beat. What the hell is it? Oh shit, tanked. This guy, that's a trade-off 1-for-1. Get my ship repaired big time. I can hit him over the island.
Our team has taken the lead.
The ship is on fire.
Oh, who got us? Something snuck around. Let's try to use silent blockage, but something hit us. Going down. Dub. We're not getting too many people to view on our World of Warships. Let's see if we can fast flash to another game. There'll be a war game, of course, after this battle. As far as World of Warships, trying to load on that little carrier over there. So we took down a heavy. This is the heavy for a heavy exchange. Guy is non-stop firing. Take that shot. Torps just missed that guy.
Team is taking the lead.
Just escaped torpedo action. So we've got our big ships back here. Wait. They've got a smoke screen set up out there on the sea. Torps. The guy's gonna hit. The torp's gonna hit him. Oh! He's gotta get that guy. That's what I'm waiting for. With torpedoes, look out! Just missed him stern. That sun is going to run right into it, I think. Finding the guns now. This is what it's like in the battles. You're kidding me? It's crazy hard. Battles with no track or guidance to the center we have today. Really hats off to these guys who are gunners or torpedo or any of those operators. Hey, let's see what our northern fleet's doing on this side. Okay, you can have Japanese, you can have American, you can have German, British, all different types of ships are out here. Here we go. What's this guy doing? He's sitting here waiting. Japanese heavy battleship. Heavy guns on this thing, look at, and a lot of them. It has guns in them, look at that. It's just a 3 now, forward after this and let you see some of the ships and the way to set up your battleships now that you've seen some of the war. And then we'll fast flash to another game. I really like this fast flash moment. That's it. No more having to F5 and refresh your screen. Well, certain things we will. Got him left. And we got this guy left. He's almost full strength though. Let's get a Kohlberg. I've never seen this ship with that damage. It's got a lot of guns on it. It's like a cruiser. Doesn't have torpedoes, but he's got a lot of guns. That is a German ship. Fine, now it's this flags 300 and 700, so it's almost like a battlefield battle for the flags you can see on the bottom right where A, B, and C. Firing on this one, so the ship can get out. Whoa! That's some cannon. Blow up the island with one shot. I want to watch this thing shoot. Right, looks like. Oh, it's a Kawachi. His name is Kuzrino. Fire. They're going to aiming that main cannon in front. Oh, Torps! Worst enemy! Look at that Kawachi, just go right down. 2-on-1, might still have it. Got hit heavy with that torp attack. Look at his ship on the left. Got that destroyer though. I see all those shells going on the other side. Kawachi. This is one of the bigger guns. Size of the so here firing that gun. Let's get somebody in range. Let's go right down the ship here. Don't want those turrets to bear on you. This is a Japanese heavy battleship. This is the Kawachi. We're almost at the end of it. It's one-on-one. We've got one ship left. I think we're about to start taking it. Looks like we're getting the numbers on our side. Kawachi's the only one left. He's going from point to point to try to get those numbers up. If you look in the middle, he's getting the flag. Capture C, bring up some points. There we go. Now you're gonna. Oh, look at those guns! Which is pretty strong. I don't think that ship has any torpedoes. This is three guns to cycle. Boom! That was a big hit. Watch, just took it. Those heavy guns are strong, but they take a long time to cycle. He's going to try to shut his propellers down. It does make a difference for you. Keep those cannons go up. It's a close battle now. Close range. This is close. Tight. Right there! Fire! Everything you've got! Come on, Kawachi. Left side turret, fire. Just needs one more shot on him. Get the numbers! He needs a big cannon to fire on him. He's going to run aground. He's not watching out. They got him! Oh, what a close battle! Amazing! Let's go to the port and see what type of ships we've got to work with. That was a great fight. Took it right down to the last part. Whew! Let's head back to the port, take a look at some things, and then we'll fast flash over to our next game. Alright, some of the different ships. You just saw us fighting in the Dresden here. Pretty standard. Cruiser, I believe it is. You can see it's a cruiser. You've got your personnel ranks up every time you work in your ship, so your ship ranks up technically. You can change the captains around to different ships. This is the Hermelin, one of the other ships that you saw out there fighting today. We'll go through all the different ones and show you. This is another Japanese one here. This is the Chikuma, however you want to say it. Not Japanese, so. This one is another cruiser. This is a Russian cruiser. Those are all different styles. I want to show you the Russian, the Japanese, and the German of the day. All different designs, and you would have to know these silhouettes on the water if you're a sub commander. I believe we're going to subs next with Wolves of the Pacific. Should be a great one. Here's our heavy battleship, the South Carolina, the USS South Carolina. Again, the same kind of guns like you just saw with the Kawachi. We can take this out into battle. Let's take another look at this one. Here is the St. Louis, another cruiser, US cruiser. A lot of guns on this one. Constant barrage of fire. So is it better to have a constant barrage of cannon fire, or is it better to have a few shots that are super powerful? It just depends on your game style. Same thing with the destroyers here. These are fast, light ships, sleek and dangerous, mostly because of the torpedo tubes that you can see here on the sides. Those will rotate here and here to take you out before you even know you're getting taken out. Another destroyer, the Samson. Again, slender and fast, designed to get in and then get out. Let's check up the chain of the tree, the tech tree here, so you can see some of the different ships. And you have to, of course, advance on your tech tree before you can get down to some of the other styles. Premium ships, let's take a look. The Texas and the Atlanta are the premiums. Or you can take your tech tree and follow down the line here. Looks like they're having some sales on things. Let's see, we have the South Carolina and the Wyoming. Haven't researched this yet. So if you wanted to buy a ship, you'd have to research it first, and then you would purchase it. It looks like we're not getting too much of an audience here. Let's see what else we can rock around today on our list of games. What's next that we have? Let's take a quick peek at the games listing here. Yeah, we're going to have Seawolves next, I believe. So let's try to do a fast flash forward on it. You've seen some of our battleship action. Let's do this. Let's do a fast flash to Wolves of the Pacific. Let's see if we can do it here. And if you want to add us on Battle of the World of Warships, you can find us as _GamingHQ_. Again, we try to keep the continuity there. You can do different ports as well. You can even just be in the ocean. Let's do the port of New York. Let's see what that looks like. It's kind of fun. You get to change some of the things around. It's kind of a new element in the World of Warships that I haven't seen before. Wow, let's see. We got the bridge. Was that Manhattan Bridge? I wonder if we can get the aircraft carrier. Something I've always wanted to try to get the aircraft carrier. Let's see if we can do it. If they're having specials on Memorial Day weekend, they might not be able to afford it. Upgrades. First, research the preceding ship. See that? I'm going to research the ship before it, which is the Wyoming. This is Carolina, so the Wyoming would be more powerful than the Carolina. Let's see. Looks like a big ship. I think I would research the South Carolina first. Alright, so let's try and do a jump to the other elements here. This is the USSR, the Russian battleship line. Again, not as detailed or in-depth as some of the other countries that you'll see, but nonetheless, still just as deadly. The story, Yesyov. Love to learn Russian one day. That'd be great to have the ability to know all the languages of the world. And you can now. There's an actual earbud that translates to every language, I believe, out there. It's an expensive device. You can find it on our Facebook page. We've just got the link for it. We don't sell them, but I just thought it was interesting to throw it up there in case you're playing with different gamers around the world and don't understand what they're saying. This might help. Again, this is the German line. Same, not as much as they have, but look, they have the Tirpitz, which they were running as a special. But again, this is a heavy Russian battleship. You can check this one out really quick. It's even got a seaplane on it. Look at that. Kind of a cool little element. I don't see torpedo tubes though. Although it says torpedoes, I don't see them. Maybe on this side. Oh, there they are. They're right here. It does. This is a deadly little toy. Can we research it? Should be able to purchase it if it's just a tech tree. Oh, we don't have the cash for it to purchase it, otherwise we could, but the dollar value. Alright, let's go back to the other ships. What I was looking for was the Bismarck. That old movie, Sink the Bismarck. Big thing they had to do in World War II was to try to get that ship. UK has just the two ships, like the Campbellton. What is that? Destroyer? fast flash it over to the next submarine game. I just wanted to see. I never saw the Polish battleship. I guess they only have one style. This is it. Interesting. Quick look at this. At least they built one. Looks like it's got heavy anti-aircraft support. It's a pretty decent fire. Alright, that's pretty interesting stuff. Let's see if we can get to the... Like I said, we're going to try to fast flash. Let's try and do it. Let's pull up the... Yeah, we're going to do Wolves of the Pacific submarine game next, seeing as we did a battleship game. That just makes sense. Let's try it. Let's do it. Alright, let's fast flash it. Let's pull this down. Okay, and now we should be able to try and get our next game. Silent Hunter 4, Wolves of the Pacific. And again, we're going to fast flash, so we're going to be ready to launch this in just a moment. And while we're doing that, I'll just let you know what's going on. Happy Memorial Day weekend, of course. Hope you've got your barbecues and everything else ready out there. This will be our third fast flash for the games, and we're going to embed another game in this one. So if you are watching a rebroadcast, you'll be able to find another game way of getting a game in here. We hope that will be the case. You got it. We're running it in the back, and we've almost got it set up here. Bear with us while we launch Silent Hunter, Wolves of the Pacific. Silent Hunter 4, excuse us. We're prepping you for another fast flash game, moving between all of our games today as fast as we can. Want to let you know what we've got going on. It's going to be Silent Hunter 4 next. Next, of course, we're going to have World of Tanks, but we want you to...
Fly, envious time, till thou run out thy race. Call on the lazy leaded stepping hours, whose speed is but the heavy plummet's pace, and glut thyself with what thy womb devours, which is no more than what is false and vain and merely mortal dross. So little is our loss, so little is thy gain. For when as each thing bad thou hast entombed, and last of all thy greedy self consumed, then long eternity shall greet our bliss with an individual kiss. And joy shall overtake us as a flood, when everything that is sincerely good and perfectly divine, with truth and peace and love, shall ever shine about the supreme throne of him whose happy making sight alone, when once our heavenly guided soul shall climb. Then all this earthly grossness quit, attired with stars, we shall forever sit, triumphing over death and chance and thee, O time.
Silent Hunter, Wolves of the Pacific. Nothing but the good stuff for you here at Gaming HQ TV. We try to do our best at bringing you the best games, videos, movies, music, news. And here's the news. We love games and music. Remember, we've got E3 coming up in about a couple weeks here. And if anyone wants to get in on it with us, of course, just watch us at gaminghq.tv. But also, if you want to ask questions to some of the devs or have us check a game out for you, you can do that as well. Let's check our graphic settings. Okay, remember, we've got everything pumped up as much as we can, I'm pretty sure, on this one. We don't know what the hell we're doing, but we should probably do it. Let's load a game. We're having games to load, so let's start a new game. High school career. John Doe's always good to be listed. 1941. Start Pearl Harbor. Porpoise class. Alright, let's start this monkey off. John Doe. It's really easy to put a tag on our toe. You have been approved the command of the USS Plunger. Great. Just wanted to have a ship that was like a toilet plunger. Porpoise class submarine assigned to the Pearl Harbor. Let's report to duty, shall we?
Gentlemen, as you already know, we are at war. I quote the President of the United States. Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, the United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. The attack has effectively eliminated our entire battleship force for the time being. As a consolation, it has failed to catch any of our aircraft carriers in port, while the submarines and fuel reserves have escaped unharmed. During the past years, the Japanese military was engaged in a seemingly endless war against China, badly needing oil and other raw materials. Since we halted the trade with Japan, they schemed to seize the oil and mineral-rich East Indies and Southeast Asia. A Japanese attack into the Indies, Malaya, and the Philippines was expected, and plans prepared for it. But obviously, we have not prepared enough for an attack of this magnitude. The attack against Malaya has materialized yesterday, and last night the Japanese forces also attacked Hong Kong, Guam, the Philippines, and Wake Island. This morning, the Japanese continued with an attack on Midway. The Japanese offensive is extending throughout the Pacific, with the submarine force left mostly to itself. We need to act accordingly. For the time being, we will conduct operations as follows. Boats based in Pearl Harbor will patrol in Japanese home waters and also reconnoiter the Marshall Islands, as it's presumed that Japanese forces are massing in that archipelago for a second attack on our bases. Manila-based boats will deploy to guard the vital island of Luzon against approach by enemy forces. Individual patrol orders will be received from your commander.
Days of gaming? We hope we do. It's back. Abandon your career. Let's get started on the board, shall we? We're going to run the submarine reducer as well, too. Right, let's launch out of port, shall we? Merchant shipping, deploy to Honshu. Let's deploy to Honshu. Thanks for tuning in today. You've just watched World of Warships. Now we're taking you from above the water to below the water with Silent Hunter 4. Wolves of the Pacific. Thanks for tuning in today. We've got nothing but Memorial Day war and weekend celebration and honor to our military, domestic and abroad. Thanks for watching today. Anyone who's watching a rebroadcast, keep in mind we're going to throw in a game giveaway so you'll know how to get it. Of course, one of the good things about watching a rebroadcast, you can check to see if the game's still out to get. All right, we're going to go through different stations of the submarine. I'm pretty sure we're going to see all the different areas of the ship's control here, which is going to be, I'm guessing, the speed, forward, reverse. We've got our bearing, compass, always know where to go, and your speed, I'm guessing, or depth to keel, always know how deep you're going. Got oxygen level, compressed air level, battery level, very realistic. Still looks like it's still a set. What else we have here? Captain's log, start date. Command. Okay, they want us to go to the map, so let's go to hunch. It's on the She was right off of Japan, looks like. So they want us to control off the island of Hunch. Looks like we can't plot there. Just want to go through all the different texts. Sonar, radar. Get some of the quick keys here. Take a look at our sub, shall we?
Yes, sir. 9 planes set for delivery.
Yes, sir.
There's our sub.
Yes, sir. Service the boat.
Trying to stop the camera motion, bear with me. Better. So if we go by our direction here, let's take it out slow to third.
Ahead slow.
Head slow.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready to use the WS keys, but that's not what we want to do. We're on the bridge of our sub. We're taking it out of port here in Pearl Harbor. It's a nice day for a cruise on the ocean. Silent Hunter Wolves of the Pacific, that's what you're watching. No one else has it right now running, and I bet your ass they're not. And if you've played it before, enjoy us by giving us some co-op feedback. Now just launching a sub out of Pearl Harbor, getting ready to set off to Japan. We just came away from battle in the world of warships. Now we're just going to go below the waters here, show you what it's like above and below. Our course. So if we want to go right, remember straight is this direction, but we also want to plot our course now to Hanzu. So let's go over here to the map. It should let us plot on the map. It should let us plot. There we go. Attack map. So what we are is we're going to plot our way to get out of this port. For now, we're just going to go this way. So we want to change that up. We're going to go over here. Drag it. We're getting ready to head up to this island of Japan. First, we're going to get out of the port. Anti-air gun, check our cannons out here. Aft cannon. So we want to get this thing out of the harbor. I'm thinking it was make a left and go around this embankment. Sorry, this is old school, remember. We want to just make sure if we go over here that we can get out. And it doesn't look like we can. I'm glad we checked. It's the Pearl... Oh, we can. Okay, good. It's a long way around. Pearl Harbor. Old school days. There's even a truck rolling around the place. I love this. Like I said, I don't think anyone else is going to bring you this for Memorial Day weekend. But we have full games all about war all weekend long. Yeah, we're taking our submarine out. Sorry, the camera angle, I'm working on it. And we'll speed up the time as soon as I get out of the harbor here. I just don't want to blow it. I think a little faster.
Yes, sir. Ahead 1/3.
Yes, sir.
Take up the speed here. A little slow of gameplay, I know. But we're just trying to honor, again, all the different elements of World War II. These are the submarine commanders that we're honoring today. Actually, we should put on the sub-movies. Let's try and do that if we can.
Yes, sir. New course 39.
Yes, sir.
Look at the detail in the water, even in the old days. Look at, it's just amazing what. Oh, we're on ground.
Yes, sir. New course 7.
Yes, sir.
I'm getting the hang of it, Okay, now we can, thought it was. Now we can bump it up to standard.
Yes, sir. Ahead standard.
Yes, sir.
And as soon as I figure out the time compression speed, get that bumped too.
Yes, sir. Head full.
Yes, sir.
Bridge to the sub, we're just taking it out of Pearl Harbor. It's a little slow,
Yes, sir. Brake for silent running.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Ahead standard. Head full. Head
Let's get out of here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. 9 lanes set for normal.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. New course 303. New course 303.
Driving a submarine isn't that easy, my friends. Again, we just came away from World of Warship, so I thought I could take you above and below the seas with our rendition of getting this submarine out of Pearl Harbor old school days.
Yes, sir. New course 28.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. New course 5.
Oh yeah, as soon as I get this done, I'm just gonna, like I So I'm going to get out of the harbor, then I'm going to try to fast forward into our mission. It's called Hanzo. Just off of Japan, we're going to sink some huge ships, I'm guessing, and convoys, and part of our move pack, part of our Memorial Day thank you to veterans weekend. Again, thank you to followers and members and subscribers on YouTube, Twitch, and our own gaming.tv this weekend. Sign up. We did adjust everything to our Square site, so if you're signing up now, just bear with it for the weekend. The banks told us that they will have everything squared away for that after the weekend. So keep those prizes coming. Where's he going? Where's he going?
Yes, sir. New course. 3, 2, 2.
Yes, sir.
Turn it left before you run into the wall. Come on, sub commanders. Should we put in the sub movies? You guys want to watch the submarine movies of old?
Yes, sir.
Instead of watching this? Let me know on YouTube or Twitch. We can read what you're typing, but we can't respond back. Don't think we're being rude. We can see it. We just unfortunately can't respond on our fast flash technique now that we're using, where we're able to go from game to game. And we have. We just came from the world of warships. Now we're going to below the sea, Silent Hunter. Trying to speed things up and get this out of our Pearl Harbor old school dock. Let's do this. Let me do this really quick while this is doing its thing. Let's just see if I can get those submarines going. Back on track on leaving this place. No, I don't know the time compression yet. Let me just do that really fast in the menu on no control settings. No, we don't get it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We're supposed to deploy the Honshu.
Yes, sir. New course. 3, 1, 1.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. New course. 2, 8, 7.
Yes, sir.
New
There it
course.
is.
2,
That's the
3,
time
9.
compression. My bad. Got it. Told you once we get that time
Yes, sir.
compression down.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so we're speeded it up finally. Speeded it up. We have sped things up.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We're steering a submarine out of the Pearl Harbor in Silent Hunter. I just want to get it out of the harbor and which I think is what we're about to do. That way, so we don't go right, we go left, go out to the ocean. You got it. Where's our sub? 8-bit trees, love it, huh? I'm going to compare all the games today. We've got a lot of great stuff to show you. And if you want to get part of it, multiplayer as well. This is Submarine Silent Hunter 4, Wolves of the Pacific right now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We're getting there, we're getting there. Gonna crash it first.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're driving a submarine.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Probably how they would really have to do it. This is it is a submarine simulator to some extent. This I would have been able to pilot our U.S. submarine forces out into
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And full.
the seas. So bump it up a little more.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we didn't run aground, did we?
Yes, sir. New course. 147.
Yes, sir.
New course. Yes, sir. Back full.
Yes, sir.
What happened? Did we not do something correctly?
Yes, sir. And full. New course. 47.
Yes, sir.
New course. 17. Yes, sir.
I don't know. Mission failed, submarine destroyed. Perfect. Let's go to the movies. Submarine school, maybe? Okay, let's see what we get in the Museum of Things. I hope we have a ticket. When you buy the game, don't you get a ticket to get in? This is live Silent Hunter 4, Wolves of the Pacific, on GamingHQ.tv. Let's go to the movies. Let me get the movie ready. Yeah, let's go for the submarines. That was kind of boring. Let's see what they actually did do in submarines back then. It should be pretty cool. Let's try it. See if we can get to load really fast here on our, again, fast flash forward. Wolves of the Pacific submarine movies. Let's check these out. Again, we'll take a break right after this. We'll come right back to, I think it's going to be World of Tanks. Yep. And then we'll be continuing our Memorial Day. Now we're going to do Silent Hunter 4. We're going to do some submarine movies really quick just to let you see what it might have been like to be keep doing this stuff.
Special diving crews are attached to the tender, charged with underwater repair work. Men and machines need fuel in order to operate with efficiency. So
starting
food,
it up. Give me
oil,
a
and
second.
other necessary supplies are put aboard preparatory to a practice diving cruise. The Navy regards its submarine service with special pride, for its craft are masterpieces of mechanical perfection, and its crews are more than seamen, they are trained technicians as well. They must be, for the sub is little more than a monster engine in a watertight shell.
Nice.
There is no room for the extra refinements of the capital ships. Here, everything and everybody has its place and its purpose, be it a man or monkey wrench. The efficiency of our undersea squadrons guarantees the boast that they're the best boats that ever washed their conning hatch with black water. Standing out to sea, the squadron gets underway for a few days of deep water maneuvers. Constant practice with these intricate vessels is vital to keep the service in fighting trim, for inactivity rusts both men and machinery. The submarine is similar in many respects to a destroyer. Lightly armed, it can perform scouting and reconnaissance work, convoy the slower ships, and lay mines. Its primary value, however, lies in its ability to submerge and launch surprise attacks on large, heavily armed vessels. For one well-placed torpedo will sink or disable anything that ever slid down the waves. Way back in 1800, Robert Fulton, inventor of the steamboat, designed the first practical submarine. In 1898, America was the first nation to include undersea craft in its naval forces, and since that time has maintained a subsurface fleet equal to any in the world. Besides the intricacies of surface navigation, the sub-commander must be versed in the course of undersea currents and the topography of the ocean floor before he dives his ship. These vessels don't spend as much time underwater as is commonly supposed. They normally only submerge when attacking or escaping an enemy ship, when scouting in hostile zones, or when avoiding a storm. In general, her decks are dry, for her cruising operations are always on the surface, under the power of her oil-fed diesel engines. But this is no yacht club cruise. It will be their objective to locate and sink by torpedo fire a target ship somewhere in this vicinity. As the general order, prepare to submerge, is given, the crews stand to their posts, for the quarry has been sighted. Swiftly, methodically, with no panic or confusion, they carry out the precautions that make her watertight, and then on to their battle assignments in the electric innards of the diving boat. Last to leave the bridge, the captain secures the watertight hatch and descends the conning tower ladder. When all is shipshape below decks, the order to submerge is given. The oil-fed diesel engines are switched off and the power replaced by that of huge storage batteries. The diesels require an air supply to operate, and so electric motors are always used when submerged. They are slower, but are silent and require no oxygen. Valves are open, permitting seawater to enter huge ballast tanks, weighing the ship down. The speed with which the water is allowed to enter controls the rate of vertical descent. The boat is kept level by balancing the water in port and starboard ballast tanks, and with the aid of stabilizing pins attached to the outside of the hull. At periscope depth, which is about 15 feet, the submarine cautiously approaches its objective. Every man is ready and alert at his post, for here is one job that calls for split-second timing and an almost automatic response to commands. The periscope is the eye of the submarine. Without its complicated series of prisms and reflectors, The boat is blind and must rely on sound to locate adjacent ships. But their quarry is only a few thousand yards away, and the crew of 70, each one a perfect example of physical fitness and emotional control, go about their navigational routine as though they were running a donkey engine in a brickyard. Only the snap and dispatch of their performance betrays the supercharged tenseness in the air. The crosshairs on the periscope lens and the calibrated dial set the exact position of the target. In the torpedo room, the tubes are loaded and ready. A final checkup. The sub is aimed directly at the surface craft. The order is to fire. Two direct hits. Upon the order to surface, intricate machinery is set in motion, deflecting the outside fin so that the ship noses upwards. At the same time, powerful jets of compressed air will blow the water ballast from the forward tanks to lighten the bow. As the sea water is forced out of the remaining tanks, the submarine continues its upward progress. Almost as soon as the conning tower breaks water and while our decks are still awash, the crew is on deck to man the rapid-fire gun. For besides conducting a torpedo attack, they must be able to defend themselves if they are forced to, or if they should be surprised while on the surface. Soon the day's exercises will draw to an end, and they'll head for port. Sailing on the sea and beneath its surface is a strenuous and exacting life, but it's thrilling too. For the same romantic urge that inspired man to put a motor on wings and fly, inspired him to fashion a hull that could submerge at will and cruise the forgotten trails of sunken continents. The men that ride and guide these ships are a hardy lot, hand-picked and rigorously trained. But their post is more than a job. It's a career of adventure and high ideals dedicated to the service of their country. Mess is still the favorite indoor sport for those not on watch, with cribbage a close second. While 40 winks is always popular. And so, homeward bound with America's undersea men of war, the daring submariners who draw her first line of defense through the waves as well as on it, the submarine navy.
How crazy is that? Would you want to be stuck in one of those things fighting? This is going to be so good. There you go, periscopefilm.com. Let's see if we get the next one. That was Submarines at Sea. Let's try silent service, shall we? Or should we just go right to submarine films from Periscope Film? First one there. Let's do it in color. And again, this is going out to all of the people who have served and are still serving, along with their families of the service, all services, dedicated to you this weekend. And of course, a shout out to one of our members whose birthday's out today, so happy birthday to Bobby. There you go. Sit back and enjoy some of the submarine films that we're going to run for a little while. And we're going to be doing it as we have been under Fast Flash. Next, we're going to have World of Tanks, Call of Duty, World at War, and many more war games and maybe some other war movies coming up. So check it out today on GamingHQ.tv. Thanks to periscopefilm.com to give us the footage on this stuff. Appreciate it. This is actually some of the actual battles that they would have out in the ocean. Would not want to be stuck out there.
With the wartime requirements of more than 5 million tons per year, it is apparent that the steel industry became directly dependent on the availability of merchant shipping. Thus, the state of health of steel production could be said to be directly dependent on the operation of United States submarines.
These things are classic.
Japan's chief supply of oil came from America in the years prior to the war. Therefore, since the war started, our water requirements, which amounted to about 5 million tons a year, had to be supplied mostly from the Dutch East Indies. One of the decisive factors in our defeat was the activities of American submarines which cut off the supply from that source entirely.
Our records show that about 36% of the major vessels, that is vessels larger than destroyers, were lost to the United States submarine.
Actually, Admiral Nagano is pretty accurate in his estimates. The latest reports, and we've checked and double-checked them, show that one battleship, 9 carriers, and 15 cruisers of the Imperial Japanese Navy were sunk by Allied submarines. He might have added, though, that 42 destroyers and 28 submarines were sunk in the same way.
Not a bad few years' work. By the way, I noticed the Admiral didn't give any figures on their merchant marine.
Well, that's understandable. It must be quite a painful subject to him. There just isn't any more Japanese merchant marine. Our submarines accounted for 63% of that important branch. Mr. Nomura probably could have told you that 104 of his vitally needed tankers were victims of submarines. Their merchant marine was destroyed on the high seas, in the ports of the Japanese Empire, and even in the shallow waters off the China coast, where the submarines had to operate as PT boats since there was insufficient water for diving.
Admiral, do you think in these articles we're writing we could explain why, during the war, there was so little publicity given our subs and the shellacking they were handing the Japs?
I wish you would. It was just something that couldn't be helped. At the beginning of the war, some civilians visited the front and then broke into print and they got back about how American submarines didn't fear Japanese destroyers. They boasted that the nip depth charges weren't big enough to hurt us and weren't set deep enough to reach us. You can imagine how joyfully the Japs received that news. They radically changed their tactics, and we lost, I should say, about 10 submarines with all on board before we could improve our construction sufficiently to slow the Jap down.
Is that when you became the silent service?
Right then and there. We buttoned up our lip instead with torpedoes. Besides, there was too much work to do to permit talking about it. Just visualize the spot we were in, December 7th, 1941. There wasn't time to be bitter. It was up to us, the small ships. The big ones are out of the picture.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan.
Yes, it was up to the submarines. At that time, we had exactly 51 submarines in the Pacific, and that included 12 of the old S-class. Small and slow, but they gave a good account of themselves. On December 15th, 8 days after Pearl Harbor, American subs drew their first blood. The Swordfish was cruising off Hainan Island in the South China Sea. On the radio, they could hear the voice of a Japanese woman speaking faultless English. Later, she would become famous as Tokyo Rose.
We know very well that American submarines have headed west from Pearl Harbor. If American submariners are wise, you will turn back. Certain death awaits you over here. And now I'll play for you unfortunate Americans a popular recording.
One week after Pearl Harbor, the Atsutsusan Maru, 8,663 tons, became the first victim of an American sub. A dubious honor. It wasn't long before she had plenty of company at the bottom of the ocean. On the 1st of January, the 5,384-ton Tainan Maru was sunk right off the very coast of Japan. But those early days were tough. Just look at the vast amount of territory the Japs overran in no time at all. Naturally, they wanted to consolidate. Keep all that loot from the conquered territories pouring into Japan. Fuel, oil, rubber, coal, iron, rice. It was our job to see that most of that loot didn't get there. And for 18 months, our subs were the only ships that penetrated enemy-controlled sea lanes. It was rugged, but it paid off. Let the Japs tell you about it.
American submarines in 1942 sank 134 Japanese merchant ships, totaling 580,000 or 390 tons and 140,000 tons of men of war. But that was only beginning.
Yes, only the beginning. Even newly commissioned subs got big scores. For instance, the Trigger. Her story starts in Mare Island.
That's the way she looked to me the first time I ever saw her. I was reported as mess attendant. Got to be officer's cook first class time I was transferred. She didn't look like nothing much to me right then. Just a lot of pipe and steel. No life, no spirit. But I felt a little better when I saw the galley. Small, but clean. The latest in devices. A man sure could get a mess of cooking done in there. But all in all, I sure felt let down. I said to myself, man, what possessed you to volunteer for the sub-service anyhow? Next time you keep your big mouth shut. I began to feel a little better, though, about the Trigger when we got underway. There was just something about it. Well, by the time we reached Pearl, the Trigger and me was friends. She sure won me over. How'd you do it? Well, I tell you, shipping. Well, it's like our exec says. He says,
I don't find it any easier than the steward to put into words what I feel about the Trigger. I think it's that all ships have souls, and all sailors know it. But it takes a while to learn to commune with it. It took me quite some time. But when it happened, it was our first patrol and our first kill. Off the eastern coast of Kyushu. A good-sized freighter. Clear the bridge! Take her down before we're spotted. That baby might mount enough guns to blast us to kingdom come. Take her down!
Execute, sir.
Now, let's take a look to see if she spotted us. Everything looks normal from here. If it isn't a trap. She might be a Q ship carrying depth charges and sound gear. We can't hit her till we close the range. To close the range, we've got to watch out that she doesn't see or hear us. or the killer will become the corpse. The minutes seem like hours until we get into position. Easy. Easy. Then, estimated range 1,500 yards, track 90 port. Barrel angle 5 left, stand by. He's coming on, fire 1. Then, 8 seconds, fire 2. Trigger had come of age, but she was soon to face her first ordeal. Depth charging. Destroyer left the scene confident he had sunk us. For several nights later, we heard Tokyo Rose on our radio.
I regret to inform all American submarines that one of their number has recently fallen victim to a destroyer of the Imperial Japanese Navy. You will hear an appropriate recording.
Down periscope. Up periscope. Down periscope. Look, man, this is a jackpot. We've got the biggest aircraft carrier I've ever seen up here, plus 2 destroyers. We're going to shoot our whole wad at the carrier. Up periscope. Bearing, mark 329. Range, mark 6100. Down periscope. Angle on the bow, starboard 15. Right full rudder. Right full rudder. All ahead 2/3. All ahead 2/3. New course 240.
New course 240.
What's the distance to the track? 1700. Control 63 feet. Control 63 feet. Forward torpedo room, make ready all tubes.
Forward torpedo room, make ready all tubes.
Set depth 12 feet. Set depth 12 feet. Rig for silent running.
Rig for silent running.
Rig for depth charge.
Rig for depth charge.
Steady on 250. All ahead 1/3.
All ahead 1/3.
How much time I got?
None, sir.
Torpedo run 1100. Range about 1600.
Gyro 005 increasing. Shoot anytime.
Stand by forward.
Stand by forward.
Periscope. Check bearing and shoot. Bearing. Mark. 345. Down periscope. Set. Fire.
Fire 1. 1 fired, sir.
Fire.
Fire 2. 2 fired.
Fire.
Fire 3. 3 fired.
Set. Fire.
Fire 4.
Trigger, of course, was subjected to another terrific depth charge. There were moments when no one on board thought she'd come through, but she stood up and eventually got away. The carrier just managed to crawl back to Tokyo Bay, badly crippled. The Trigger was lost in March 45 off the Ryukyus. At that time, she was one of the highest-ranking subs in tonnage and total number of ships sunk. The Trigger will never be forgotten, nor will the work of all our other submarines.
In 1943, 284 Japanese ships, totaling 1,341,968 tons, plus about 100,000 tons of warships were sunk by American submarines.
Naturally, they got some of our subs too, but our losses weren't excessive when you consider what was accomplished. In fact, they were quite small compared to the losses of the Jap and German submarine services. But we felt deeply each individual loss. For instance, take the case of the Sculpin.
On 19 November 1943, we sighted a fast convoy and made an attack. Their screen detected us and immediately subjected us to depth charging. Things were getting tough when we heard a rain squall. We headed forward and shook the Japs. At least we thought we did. But the moment we regained periscope depth, we found that Jap destroyer sitting right in our lap. We tried to duck, but he had heard us as well as seen us. After 5 hours, the batteries were almost flat and the men completely exhausted. We had a tough decision to make. The first concern of our skipper, Commander Conaway, was for the life of his men. We had on board the Wolfpack commander, Captain Cromwell, who had heard that the Japs used a special brand of torture to extract information from their captives. Suddenly, a decision was reached. We'd battle service and use our deck gun to fight it out with the destroyer. Commander Conaway and the next two in command, Lieutenant Allen and Lieutenant DeFries, were killed almost instantly. I succeeded to command. The situation was hopeless. I gave the order to scuttle ship. Captain Cromwell chose to go down with the boat because he knew too much. Ensign Max Fiedler also went down with the Sculpin.
Now for a change. It was a very pleasant phase to our activities. Patrols were tough on bodies and nerves, so we arranged a program of relaxation and rehabilitation between runs that was the envy of every branch of service. With the approval and backing of Fleet Admiral Nimitz, our commander-in-chief, we took over the Royal Hawaiian Hotel in Honolulu, lock, stock, and barrel, and we said to the submarine men, "It's all yours." Other operating forces also had quarters at the Royal, where it held about 150 officers and 1,000 men. But the majority were always submarine men and aviators from the carrier groups. I guess the Royal Hawaiian was one of the reasons there was a waiting list for sub-duty. It almost seems like the more rest and fun our men had, the more damage they did to the Jap fleet. And that's understandable, too, for they went to sea mentally and physically fit and trained to meet any type of combat. Just take the figures for 44.
In 1944, 429 merchant ships, totaling 2,387,708 tons were destroyed by your sub. In addition, about 500,000 tons of warships were sunk. And these figures for merchant ships include only ships of 1,000 tons or larger. The smaller ships sunk by your subs, chiefly by gunfire, were too numerous to count.
Yes, the Jap fleet was just about shot. In fact, by 1945, targets were getting awfully scarce and awfully small. What was left of Jap shipping tried desperately to crawl home, hugging the coasts. But our subs went right after them, right into the dangerous shallow water, right along the China coast and into the mine-filled Yellow Sea. We gave them no rest. This was about the time of the big carrier strikes and the B-29 raids in the homeland, which brings up another interesting phase of submarine work, lifeguard duty. That is, the picking up of our downed aviators. We had quite an air-sea rescue system worked out. It didn't get much publicity because we didn't want the Japs to know about it.
I'm an electrician's mate second class, and of course, that means I don't get to see much topside action, so the other day I says to the chief, I says, "Hey, chief, how about me getting on the gun crew?" He thought I was kind of crazy wanting to be topside with the others, but he finally gave in, and here I am. Say, this is beginning to be more like it. That's one load of fish that won't end up in Jap bellies. How about this? Prisoners. Welcome aboard, boys. You'll find conditions a little cramped, but we'll treat you right, feed you well, even though you don't deserve it. I'd always heard that Japs would rather die than be taken prisoner, but these guys don't seem to object to our rescue efforts. Wait a minute. We've got something. Our B-29 is in trouble. We've got him on radar, but the lookouts haven't spotted him yet. Say, this lifeguard stuff is new to me, but it has its exciting moments. Brother, am I glad I'm not on that plane. Well, here's a couple that were lucky enough to jump. We're going over to pick them up and then survey the wreckage to see if there are others we can rescue. Maybe we'll find some still alive. This job of dragging tired and half-drowned pilots aboard a sub looks easy, but it takes careful handling and a certain amount of risk on the part of our own boys. Climbing up the side of a slippery outer hull and superstructure in a choppy sea isn't easy, even for one of our own men. So it gets a bit complicated when these zoomies drop in on us. Say, these guys look like they're badly shot up. Doc is up here now, and first aid is being given to those who need it right away. There isn't time for treating for shock and exposure on deck because we're in enemy waters and subject to attack at any moment, so the skipper says to get them below as soon as possible. Here we are now, down in the chief's quarters. Doc has made this compartment into a first-class operating room. Looks like we're going to have more company in a few minutes. You know, this picking up of flyers is getting to be quite a habit with us. Of course, most of the guys here in the sub would rather be firing fish or the deck guns, but it's a great feeling to be able to rescue a swell bunch of fellows like these, and it's a relief to have somebody new to swap yarns with after being out here for so long. Sometimes the kid you and I used to know back home isn't so lucky. We're doing all we can. No sign yet, but we're not giving up. Well, we tried, but he didn't make it. But we'll make it up to him. We'll save as many of his buddies as we can.
Yes, many of that boy's buddies were saved. At one time, we had 22 submarines on station whose primary duty was lifeguarding. All in all, we rescued more than 500 Army, Navy, and Marine aviators. The submarines were proud of that work and eager for the assignment. But in the last months of the war, it didn't supply enough action to satisfy them. So, as you'll see, they figured out some special assignments for themselves. And very interesting, too.
During the summer of '45, the Taranti was in the same fix as all the other subs. No targets really worth wasting the taxpayers' torpedoes on. Or we managed to amuse ourselves. Shot up a few picket boats and other small craft. Knocked off a sea truck or two. Raised some mild hell in a general way. We played pirate and boarded some junks. Scared the crews half out of their yellow skins and gave the deep six to a lot of dried peas bound for Japan. We took a few prisoners. Exploded some mines. But there was nothing to write home about, even if we could have written home. Then one morning, we sighted a ship in the distance. It looked like it was tied to a dock alongside a colliery. We kept it under observation for about an hour. Looked like a 2,000 or 3,000 ton freighter, taking on coal by conveyor. We held a war council. It'd be risky, entering a harbor full of rocks and shoals. Should we try it? Well, we didn't come out here to sit on our duffs. We changed course. Then the skipper, as he always did, spoke to the crew.
Fellas, I think you might like to know what we're up to. There's a 2,000 or 3,000 ton freighter in the harbor tied to a colliery dock, taking on coal. That's the biggest ship we've seen so far, and targets are too scarce these days to let any pass. On the good side of the ledger, I can mention these two items. One, there seems to be a lack of patrol craft in this spot, and two, I don't think there are any mines because there's an awful lot of small craft around. Now, on the bad side of the ledger, the harbor's full of rocks and shoals, and navigation's going to be tough. We'll make a submerged attack, but then we'll have to service and highboat it out. If we're caught in here submerged, it'll be just too bad. However, we have the best navigator in the business. So what are we waiting for? Let's go. Battle stage is submerged.
We got into position. Went through the preliminaries. Let me tell you, right here and now, when the real thing comes up, it's like nothing you ever went through in your life. When that scope goes up in this harbor, you're playing for keeps. Your blood pressure tells you that. The sweat on your hands and the butterfly in your chest keep reminding you that when you get within 1,000 yards of your target, you're going to let go with everything you've got. Then get, if you can. The exec's look confirms it. We're dead on. And coming closer. Closer. Dozens of small craft crisscrossing overhead. If one of them sights our scope while the skipper's taking cuts to keep us off the rocks, you can make like the song and kiss the boys goodbye. Now, coming on 1,000 yards. 20 to go. 10. 5. Fire 1. Look at him scramble. Nuts. She's listing to port and down by the bow, but still afloat. Hey, wait a minute. They manned their deck gun there on the right. Looks like they think a plane got him. But we can't surface while that gun's still in business. All right, then, let her have another fish, just ahead of the stack. Polish off ship and gun crew both with one blow. Fire 2! Swing left again. Sonar reports fish ran true, but suddenly stopped. No explosion. Must have buried itself in a mud bank or a torpedo net. But there's not time to speculate. The Nip gun crew spotted our periscope. They're taking pot shots at us. Better slip them another fish, and quick. Steady on 280. Torpedo run, 750. Depth set, 2 feet. Gyro angle, 038. Fire 3! Bullseye. And now, as Shakespeare said, let's not stand upon the order of our going, but let's go. They've got a nerve shooting at us. What kind of hospitality do they call that? All right, now let's show some speed. Wait a minute. We must have surfaced too fast. The bow plane should have folded up like a fighter plane's wings. Stuck out like that, they'll drag our speed down till the Japs can catch us with a rowboat. And that's not all that can catch us. Come up, come up. There. Steady as you go, sweethearts. Now we can highball for deep water. But the Jap fire's getting closer. I'm beginning to sweat again. Well, here we are, getting the decoration. So I guess we made it all right. But believe me, it was close. That was months ago, but I've just about now stopped sweating. The Power and Light Company is going to seem awfully beautiful in a few weeks when they hand me that ruptured duck. But, brother, how I'm going to miss this boat. And the boys.
Yes, we rewarded our men in the submarines. Tried to honor them for the heroic things they had done. But nothing we can do, nothing we can say can properly express our gratitude to these men of the silent service. And of the men who did not come back, the men who went down with their ships, what can we say? How can we repay them? Shall we not echo their prayer? May God grant that there be no next war. But they know and we know that if there is, and whether it be fought with weapons we now know or with weapons at whose nature we can only guess, you will find submarines in the thick of the combat, fighting with skill, determination, and matchless daring, doing their utmost for all of us, and for our United States of America.
Well, that was definitely definitely something to make a note if you're going into the military and want to sign up for submarine service. I think that's going to do it for us for the moment. We're going to go ahead and stop that just for a second and get things going around here with something else at the moment. Like I said, thanks for tuning in for GamingHQ.tv. So far with our Fast Flash, we've been able to start off here with Verdun, World War I, and show you some of the co-op multiplayer action in that. We'll jump back to that maybe a little later if we have time. We also went to World of Warships, show you again what that's like, what it may be like being in a battleship. And now Under the Sea with Silent Hunter 4. We'll come back with some more footage. We'll take a break. Then we'll be back with World of Tanks. We'll also be showing World at War with Call of Duty for more multiplayer. We'll have Battle Stations Pacific, single player multiplayer. Battle Stations Midway, also single player multiplayer. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 1, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 2. We'll also have all of the Black Ops series from Call of Duty, Black Ops 1, 2, and 3. Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, as well as many, many more other ones coming at you today. Thanks again for watching the lineup here at GamingHQ.tv and Silent Hunter 4. We'll end it there. Thanks for tuning in, and happy Memorial Day weekend, everyone. And we'll see you again in a little bit just for some more broadcasting. Just keep checking your dials and keep refreshing your browsers on the website. Go check that out at GamingHQ.tv or GamingHQ.global, or just remember it's your globalgamingheadquarters.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in a little bit for some more Memorial Day weekend action fun. Bye.